Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, your station for empowerment, music, and talk radio. EB Radio presents Empower Hour with Jaresha. A show that shares the stories behind the journeys of leaders, influencers, and motivators. The Empower Hour with Jaresha begins now.
Ashley Blanshaw is a singer, songwriter, solo music goddess, motivational speaker, activist, and advocate for mental health awareness, and author. She has written 2 books. You can get physical copies of both of her books, My Journey to Recovery and Also Inspirational with Ashley Blanshaw on Amazon.com. Ashley's 3rd solo music album, Ashley #Unfiltered Part 2 and other solo music albums can be found on United Masters, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and Ashley Blanshaw. Follow along on social media at Ashley's Facebook page, Ashley Blanshaw, Instagram, at AshleyLove509 Clubhouse, at AshleyLove595, and also Twitter, at I am Ashley Blanche.
Good evening, and welcome to Empower Hour with Jaresha. I am your host, Jaresha Moore-Smith, and it is another amazing Wednesday. And if this is your first time tuning in, I'm so happy that you are tuning into the show this evening. I want you to know that I believe you have the power to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. So on this show, I speak with leaders, motivators, and influencers who want to share their stories and journeys to empower the world for growth and success. And tonight, I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support and for tuning in every week at the same time, same place. So on this show, every week we take a look at an empowerment quote that we are pondering and how it can empower us for growth and success. And this week, the statement or quote that I want to talk about is repeat after me. I can do this. Now, this is such an amazing statement. Repeat after me. I can do this. Now, if you didn't say it, I want you to say it and say it with authority, conviction, confidence, and victory. I don't know if you get in the habit of claiming things over your life, but today, that is exactly what we are doing. We are saying that I can do this. And this is whatever that thing is that you have been putting off, saying, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it 6 months from now. You know, I will work on it once I get my stuff together and everything is lined up, right? Because you know how we do. I want and need you to know that today, we are making a choice. And we are going to decree and declare that today, I can do this. Maybe you're saying, I have waited, long enough, and I've cried about that thing. I've told my friends, cousins, and my mother about it. I even went to God and cried out to God about it because whatever was down in me told me that I can't do it. And every time I tried to get up and do it, something knocked me back down and told me to give up. Well, I am here to tell you, no, ma'am. Okay. No, sir. I won't do. You hear me? I won't do. Stop walking around carrying those I can attitudes and I can't behaviors. The fact is that many of us wake up and step into I can't mode before we step foot on the floor, okay? Before our feet hit the floor, we are in I can't mode. And then we walk around putting our I can't mode and our I can attitude onto other people. Yes, that's what we do. We are infecting other people with our I can't too because we feel like We can't. So we have to get more people involved in the I can't movement. I can't will not, hear me, I can't will not be a movement. And I'll tell you that I, for one, refuse to participate. Sometimes you have to be willing to take a stand. Take a stand, even if you are standing by yourself. And always know that God is standing there with you. Right now, someone needs to stand up right now and say, I refuse to participate in this I can't movement because I know I can do this. I know that despite the challenges, obstacles, barriers, I can do this. Repeat after me. I can do this. Yes, you can do this. That is what I have told myself countless of times when I felt like throwing in the towel. And frankly, let's be clear, I felt like throwing in the whole laundry basket of towels and washcloths, everything you can think of. When your back is against the wall, you have two choices. I can't or I can. And one is defeat and the other is victory. One is average and mediocre, and the other one is potential and growth. One is being cozy in your comfort zone, and the other is dancing around outside of that comfort zone. As a single mom for years, I heard, oh my goodness, I heard so many people tell me that you can't do this or you can't do that because for whatever reason, they felt like they could. But guess what? None of those you can't mattered or even measured up against my own I can. When your I can is so strong, those can'ts don't matter and they just roll off. Over the years of dealing with life as a single mom, the pain, the heartache, the disappointments, the losses, my goodness, the failures, I learned how to be resilient. And I kept saying, I can do this. And it didn't matter what I was up against because I knew I had to try. I knew I had to keep pushing forward. When you say I can't, you give up and say, I am not worth it. I don't deserve it. I don't have greatness inside me, and I was not born to shine. And we both know that it's not true. Right now, I want you to claim I can. I want you to claim this over your life right now. Why? Because the reason why I said when I first started talking, I said, repeat after me. I can do this. And I hope you didn't just say that and said, I can't do this. There were times when I felt like I can't. And mentors and coaches poured into me and told me to repeat after them. I can do this. You can do this. You are on this journey for a reason. And I believe in you. And the more you begin to affirm and believe this, you will be able to empower someone else by asking them the same thing. Repeat after me. You will be able to tell them, repeat after me. I can do this. Now, maybe you're telling yourself, I can't do this because you don't recognize your potential, because you don't know how to do it. I dare tell you this evening that when you stand strong on your I can do this, the how will come. Now, I really feel like you missed that, so I'm going to repeat it. It's the willingness and the belief that says, I can do this. I may not know how right now, but I know that I have what it takes. I know that I am created for greatness. I know that this is what I was meant to do. I know that I can do this. And guess what? The how will line up. When you stand strong on your I can do this, the how will come. I know that for sure. I knew that the day I said I wanted a podcast, but I didn't know how. And God connected me with the people that showed me the way. And they not only showed me the way to not only having a podcast and a radio show, but to owning my own radio station. I knew that I wanted to get my MBA a long time ago. And when I was taking classes at the community college while trying to raise kids, I didn't know how it was going to happen. But guess what? I knew that I had what it took. I knew that I have what it takes. And I kept pushing forward to getting that bachelor's degree and then going on to get my MBA as a single mom who had been through divorce and all kinds of issues and barriers and obstacles. Now, I really feel like we need to keep this thing going because I get so excited because when you know what is already within you, you recognize that you can be, do, and have what you want. You just have to position yourself to start receiving it. So you have to recognize what's in you and start taking action. When I wanted to write a book and pour into others, I didn't tell myself I can't do this. I said, you know what? I can do this and I will do this. And the opportunity came. And now I am a 2 times best-selling author. Repeat after me. I can do this. You know, before I launched my business, I knew I wanted it, but I didn't know how it was going to happen. I didn't tell myself, you know what, you can't do this, or I can't do this. I didn't join, the others that were telling me I couldn't do it. Instead, I cheered myself on and said, I can do this. And I figured out the how. I figured out along the way how to launch that business. I figured out how to connect myself with those that could help me build my website. I figured out the things along the way. But if it hadn't been for my willingness and my belief that I could do it, it would have never happened. After I decreed and declared, I can do this, I started connecting myself with others that were doing it already. And I started learning more. I started investing in myself and in my business until I launched my business. I did it. And I know you may be thinking, you know what? I want it. I can feel it. I have always wanted it. I just don't know how. Because often that is what stops us. Now, let's be clear. It is the belief in self that stops us from pursuing or doing anything. It's us not believing in self that stops us from not being, or doing the things that we want in life. But I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are on your journey. I did it. I do it now. You have to, and it's not something that you just claim one day and say, you know what, I can do this. It's something that you just continue to claim. And I did that over the years. It starts with releasing yourself from that I can't attitude and those I can't behaviors to start living in I can. How long are you going to keep denying what is already inside of you? How long are you going to keep doing what you've been doing over and over and over again? And to be clear, most of us have stopped expecting different results from doing the same thing. Many of us, the results, we know the results we're going to get. We have just conditioned our minds to think that it doesn't get any better than this. It does get better than that. It does get better than this. You just have to make a decision over your life. Stop living your life being average. Yes, life is going to send you lemons. All of us get lemons, okay? But you have the choice on what you're going to do with those lemons. We all get dealt all kinds of things over our lives. We've all dealt with things, and some of us are still dealing with those things. Those things never go away. Like I said, those lemons keep coming. They keep coming. They're all different sizes of lemons. They keep coming over the years. They don't stop. You just start knowing how to deal with those lemons that life throws you. And then we get creative too. I'll tell you, I've been very creative with those lemons that life throw us and what we use those lemons for. So I'm just saying to you, when are you going to stop denying what is already inside of you? How long are you going to keep? How long are you going to keep this I can't attitude? How long are you going to be living with these I can't behaviors? Question is, are you going to use what's inside of you to push forward? I believe that we have everything that we need already inside of us, and many of us don't recognize it. I also believe that standing today and saying, I can do this, is a huge step to recognizing your potential, your greatness. And for many of us, the this and I can do this represents life. This may be getting out of bed every day. You may need to wake up and say, you know what? I can do this. And your this is climbing out of the bed and starting your day. Your this may be passing a test. Oh, I can do this. Your this may be taking a step to launching that business. Decree and declare, I can do it. Your this may be starting your own podcast or writing that book. This represents whatever that thing is that you want. I will tell you this though. This statement, I can do this, should be repeated several times throughout the day. Not just once. Because we know how the negative self-talk and the self-doubt comes in. It only takes a second for the self-doubt to come in. It only takes a second for your confidence to be broken. I know that it only takes a second for someone to crush your dreams and aspirations. That is why it is so important for you to stand on I can do this and stand on it strongly. Stop worrying about other people and them claiming the I can't over their own life until you can stand strong on your own. Now, it's nothing like someone who believes that I can't do something, yet they're trying to encourage or empower someone else to stand strong on their I can. I say to those that are out there that's doing that, fix your own greatness. How can you recognize the greatness in someone else, but yet you haven't recognized your own greatness? How can you recognize the greatness in someone else, but yet you haven't even taken the time? You haven't even claimed, you haven't decreed and declared, I can do this, and recognizing your own greatness. We live in a world that points the finger at everyone else first, and the accountability gets lost in the sauce. And so often we get comfortable with riding the coattail of someone else or piggybacking on someone else's greatness. What about your own greatness? Do you understand that the same way that you look at someone and say, wow, they are so amazing and they're doing some great things, you should be saying and telling yourself the same thing, affirming, I am amazing and I'm doing some great things. Stop piggybacking on other people's greatness. I promise you, you have greatness within you. You just have to take the steps to recognizing that greatness. And I truly believe that the first step is saying, I can do this. I can do this. I recognize that I am great. I was created for greatness. I recognize that I can be, do, and have what I want in life. I believe that. I believe it. I know it to be true for my own story and my own journey. I had to claim it over and over and over and over again. And truth be told, I claim it. I decree, declare, I claim it, I affirm it every single day. Because we know that when life happens, we have to be ready. We have to stand. We have to stand ready. And we have to allow that I can do this continue to push us forward past those obstacles, through those challenges that we have from a day to day. Yes, I can do this. You can do this. Now, in closing, I just simply want to tell you, it doesn't matter who you are or where you are in your journey. You are here for a reason. You were created for greatness, and you have, most of us haven't even tapped into our true potential. I believe the sky is the limit. You can be, do, and have what you want in life. And the only way that you can acknowledge it is by decreeing and declaring this. Repeat after me. I can do this. I thank you all so much for tuning in to Empower Hour with Jaresha show this evening. This has truly been amazing. If you are tuning in every single week, you know that on this show, it's all about empowering. It's all about equipping. It's all about encouraging others for growth and success. That is truly a passion of mine. And so I always love hearing from you all. Comments, questions, please feel free to reach out to info@empoweronpurpose.com to share your comments, share your stories, share your journeys. And if you are interested in starting your own show or being a guest on the show to share your amazing story and journey to equip, encourage, and empower others for growth and success, please visit www.envisionedbroadcasting.com to learn more. Now, please tune in next Wednesday where you will hear an amazing story and journey from another leader, influencer, and motivator. Until next time, stay safe and be blessed.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Hour with Jaresha, where Jaresha speaks with leaders, influencers, and motivators who share their journey in personal and professional growth, empowerment tips, lessons learned, and keys of success that will empower you to your best self. Follow Jaresha on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @JareshaMoore, and visit www.empoweronpurpose.com. Remember to be intentional and be empowered, and have a great day on purpose.